everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am ready to decorate for fall. The weather here in upstate New York has been quite warm and muggy. I haven't really been ready for it. Why do I keep saying ready? I'm gonna turn my air conditioner up and make it really cold in here so that I can get all the fall inspiration. It's about time. I have my little sweatshirt on. Ghosts with books. I got this from Temu. Did you know it's Temu, not Temu? I didn't know that. Somebody pointed that out to me the other day at work and I was like, okay. I've got DIYs and decorating inspiration for you all, so I hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it. Decorating for fall doesn't have to cost a fortune. You can transform what you already own, mix in some thrifted treasures and affordable finds to create a warm and inviting fall decor that fits your color palette and your budget. Changing the color of your old decor is a quick and budget-friendly way to breathe new life into your space without a complete overhaul. This year, I saved a small fortune by rummaging through my home for items I could give a fresh, fall-themed makeover. One of those things is my late mother's infamous stool, an item she clutched like a prized possession and insisted I'd never have. Originally, the stool was an eye-blinding shade of orange, like it was auditioning for a role in a Halloween horror flick. So I sanded it down and gave it some serious character. With a simple mix of water and brown paint, I gave it a stain finish that made it look charmingly aged. Now it's got that vintage vibe, and I'm convinced that if my mom could see it, she'd probably march right in, swipe it back, and say, "You call that a makeover?" If you know me, you know I love vases. While looking through the McGee & Co. website for inspiration, I came across this beautiful brown vase. I think this color is perfect for fall, but at $154, it definitely was not perfect for my wallet. So I set out to make my own with a vase that I had purchased from Marshall's a long time ago, mixing a dark brown and a lighter tan color and also some baking soda. I created a color that, although not exactly the same, was very similar and gave me a comparable look for a lot less. I'm pretty sure you've all seen those black terracotta vases from Hobby Lobby. They are very popular, and depending on the week, you can get these for 50% off. Black is one of my accent colors all year long, but especially for fall, I think black brings in that moody vibe. Although these can be very affordable when you can get them at 50% off, I wanted to share how you can make your own with any vase you have at home. I'll be using this vase that I bought at Pottery Barn. It was originally $99 and it was on clearance for $38.99. I had a $10 coupon which brought the price down to $28.99, very comparable to the vases that you could find at HomeGoods. I fell in love with the shape of this vase, but the color not so much. I decided to use this Rust-Oleum chalked charcoal chalky smooth finish. Say that 3 times fast. Believe it or not, I've had this chalk paint for years, and it's still good. Chalk paint is very forgiving, and it dries very quickly. And in my opinion, it is the perfect paint to recreate those Hobby Lobby vases. This is one of those Hobby Lobby vases here on the left. Yes, I have a few of them. So to get that same look, I'm going to be using chalk to distress mine. I take the chalk and rub it directly onto my craft paper, which creates a nice pile of chalk dust. You can certainly use your bare hands, but I find it best to wear gloves to rub the chalk paint onto the vase. In my opinion, it's always my opinion, the natural oils from your hands can lead to an uneven application. So wearing gloves can help ensure a cleaner finish, and it prevents any unwanted transfer of oils onto the surface. You can use as little or as much chalk as you want. It's really just a matter of preference. And when you're done, you can definitely seal it with a clear spray or some type of sealant, but I didn't find it necessary since I'll be putting it on my coffee table, which is really a less trafficked area in my home. In my opinion, once again, adding floral elements is essential for fall decorating. But buying new floral stems every year to match our evolving decor styles can get very pricey. I'm sure you've all seen this before, but a budget-friendly solution is to simply paint your stems. It allows you the chance to introduce new shades or soften the ones you already own. It's as easy as mixing paint with water and just creating a color wash. I used dark brown paint and a paper towel to apply it, which made these orange leaves appear more muted in color. And these stems I bought from Hearth and Hand last year were nice overall, but the back of the stems had an odd color that made them look low quality. Using that same paint wash to even out the color and pairing them with these beautiful light brown eucalyptus stems that I bought last year from Amazon really elevated the look of my coffee table this year. Stems don't always have to go in a vase. I found these dried lotus pods from Michael's on the stem, and they were only $1.29 per bunch on sale. I've seen these without the stems on many websites online for a much higher price. So I decided to cut mine from the stems and put them in this really pretty wooden pumpkin bowl I've had for years to add a unique fall element without relying on pumpkins, which in this case would be a bit redundant since it's already a pumpkin bowl. Now this isn't really a DIY per se, but it is a reminder, once again, that you can update your existing decor to reflect current style trends. I've seen a lot of battery-operated light-up pumpkins in the store this year, but instead of buying a new one, I transformed this amber glass pumpkin I bought at Target last year by simply adding some small LED lights to the opening at the bottom, which gave me the same look without the need to buy a new pumpkin. Fall is the perfect time to refresh your space with some moody colors in your art. Fine art can come with a pretty hefty price tag, but there are many budget-friendly options out there. For example, Etsy offers a great selection. And recently I discovered that Temu offers gorgeous art prints printed on canvas at a fraction of the cost. I love using these affordable art prints to decorate my living room shelves and many areas throughout my home. Pairing them with my thrifted frames adds a unique touch that complements my style without overspending. One of my favorite aspects of thrifting is discovering seasonal treasures. I found these adorable candles at Goodwill, shaped like leaves. They add a charming touch to my autumn decor, plus they were such a great deal at 50% off. Looking through the holiday section at thrift stores is like a treasure hunt. You never know what unique finds await you. This year I am particularly drawn to the color green for my fall decor, which I think transitions perfectly into my Christmas decorating. One of my most incredible finds while shopping for fall decor this year was this stunning green teapot. It has a beautiful basket weave and a gorgeous fern pattern at the bottom. I was very surprised to find that on Etsy it's selling for significantly more than what I paid, which was $2.50 since all green items were 50% off that day. It's a vintage pottery piece from Portugal that I am amazed I found at Goodwill. Incorporating pieces like this into my home not only reflect my personal style, but also adds layers of meaning to my home's decor. So next time you're out thrifting, be sure to check those seasonal sections. You just might stumble on a unique piece that perfectly complements your holiday decorating. Inspired by the beauty surrounding my home, this transformation has to be my favorite. As the trees slowly shed their leaves, the colors are simply breathtaking. I'm especially captivated by this tree you see here, which is my neighbor's tree, with its beautiful blend of green and burgundy leaves. Some years ago, I purchased a faux tree from the Studio McGee line at Target. And while I love it, I just wanted something different for fall. So instead of going out and buying a new one, I decided to get creative and make one myself. I began by carefully removing the original leaves and saving them so that I can return it to its original look in the summer. Once I removed the leaves, I realized that the tree trunk and the stems had a very unattractive greenish hue, so I decided to paint them with this paint color called dark umber to achieve a darker, more realistic appearance. I wasn't too fond of the original planter, so I went ahead and painted it with this chalk paint called Haute Latte, and then gave it a little bit more of a distressed look by rubbing off some of the paint with a paper towel. I found some beautiful stems at Michael's that were perfect for this project. They were a muted green with some hints of burgundy. I used 4 bunches, which were each $5.19 on sale. I also found these beautiful stems from Hobby Lobby. I bought 5 of them, but didn't use them all. At 40% off, they were roughly about $1.80 each. To enhance the overall look, I removed the berry-like accents from the stems. Doing so really elevated the look. I also color washed these stems with the same paint mixture I used earlier, just to turn down their red hue a bit, which I think worked perfectly. All of the stems had tiny holes at the bottom, so I had to slightly enlarge all of them in order to attach them to the branches. This was a bit time-consuming, but it was definitely worth the effort. My vision for this tree was to make it very sparse, mimicking how trees lose their leaves as the colder weather approaches. I didn't use glue for the majority of this tree, but towards the bottom I had my husband drill a couple of small holes to add a few extra branches with some hot glue, which I thought would add more depth to the arrangement, in my humble opinion. I am absolutely in love with how this tree turned out. In total, I spent roughly $28 to create this tree, which is fantastic, considering trees like this could cost you upwards of $150 or more. I think it beautifully captures the essence of fall and is the perfect addition to my fall decor. My video this year for fall decorating may seem a little different in that I didn't do a regular Decorate With Me video that I do mostly every year. Although I really love making them, I really wanted to share with you my budget-friendly approach to creating a warm and inviting atmosphere without overspending. While I did invest in a few thrifted pieces and some affordable finds, the majority of my decor comes from items I already owned, proving that ultimately it's about seeing potential where you might overlook it and embracing the beauty of a curated space filled with personal history and lots of imagination. If you're still here, then thank you so much for watching till the end. And lucky you, because I'm having another giveaway. I truly love my vases and all of you, so I thought this would be the perfect combination. On the left, we have the very coveted seagrass Hobby Lobby vase that a lot of people could not get their hands on. Recently, I went to Hobby Lobby and found one and thought that I would gift it to one of you. The one on the right was from Kohl's. I got it on clearance, and I love it for fall. It has this beautiful leopard type of vibe, so I bought one for myself and one to give away to one of you. The rules are very simple. You must be subscribed to my channel, and when you leave me a comment, if you'd like to be entered in the giveaway, include the word gratitude, and you will be entered. The winners will be announced on my community tab a week from the date of today's video. I'd also like to point out that I didn't leave any links under today's video, but if you saw something that you'd like a link for, I'd be happy to provide it. Just ask. I will do my best to find it for you. Thank you all so much for spending time with me today and for watching. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.